What's going on, everybody on YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this video, I kind of want to do something a little bit different, as I'm sure a lot of you guys can know from, my backdrop and different things like that. I don't only collect video games. I love vinyl figures, action figures, stuff like that. Now, I prefer retro stuff, but some of the newer stuff that looks retro, I'm actually a really big fan of too, so that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about some of my favorite video game action figures in my collection. I call these action figures, some people might call them statues or whatever else. They look like action figures to me, so that's what we're going to go with. So I've been collecting these for a while. I'm going to show you 11 of these in this video. I've been buying these for the last couple years here and there when I find them. But these are NECA figures, and I'll be completely honest with you, I love NECA action figures. I have a lot of the Ninja Turtle ones. There's several horror-themed ones that I would love to get, whether it's, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there. They have a lot of movie figures in general. You can get Aliens, you can get Predator, Terminator stuff. But NECA, they do all kinds of really awesome stuff. If you guys haven't looked into their products, you probably should if you like action figures. But the specific ones that we're going to talk about in this video, I don't know if this is like the exact term for them, but I've called them the 8-bit NECA line. And by 8-bit, a lot of these figures look like the 8-bit NES counterparts. So I really like that, and I think that's pretty cool. And also the packaging is awesome. A lot of these look like the NES box art too. So yeah, definitely really neat. And we're just going to get into it and show you since, I got 11 of these show. I don't want this video to get super long. But the first one I'm going to show is the Friday the 13th NECA 8-bit action figure here. And as you can see, this looks a lot like the NES box art. So there's the side. And like I said, I don't know if it's the correct term, but I've always called these the NECA 8-bit line because of the resemblance of the NES and stuff like that. So yeah, that's around the box, and if you open it up, it's got this really, really cool insert from the NES game, plus the figure there. Now, all of these are brand new. I have never opened these, and one of the really cool things about these figures, as you can see with Jason, is their paint scheme is like the NES counterpart of them as well. So Jason is really, really neat here. He's got that purple tone to him, and on the back it says that his mask glows in the dark, his weapons glow in the dark, and he has a hideous face underneath his mask. So what I'll do is I'll also try to take some pictures and maybe put in here so you guys can see some closer up pictures of the action figure themselves. But I hope that's coming out pretty good for you guys there. But yeah, so the Friday the 13th is the first one I wanted to show you, and this just happens to be one of my favorite ones as well. Alright, so next up, we'll take a look at the Gremlins 2, the new batch. Once again, another NES game there. And we'll see the side view here. If you guys see a little bit of dust on these, please don't judge me. I haven't dusted it in a little while. But yeah, here's the back of the box. And once you open him up, this is what you see inside. Like I said, I really love how it has the little NES insert things from the games and stuff on the inside of the box. I think that is so, so cool. But yeah, so that is our Gremlins 2. And like I said, I will try to get some better pictures and show you guys if you can't see that very well. But yeah, so there we go. That's the second one, which is Gremlins 2. Next up, we will go with our Terminator 2 Judgment Day figure. So here's the side of the box. Back of the box. And also, I really like the little addition of the NECA symbol in the bottom that's shaped like the Nintendo seal of approval. I think that's pretty cool too. But yeah, let's open him up and let's take a look at him. And I just love the paint job on him as well. And it looks like he has a different head that you can change out too. A lot of these come with different weapons and interchangeable parts and stuff like that, which I think is really, really cool. So yeah, there we go. He's got his shotgun there with an interchangeable head. Got your NES insert on the other side there. So yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Pretty neat stuff. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and we'll do Robocop. If you did Terminator 2, you might as well do Robocop as well next. Side of the box. Alright, so let's open this guy up. I really like him too. He is really neat. The side of his leg is opening up, and he can you can see where his gun is and stuff like that. So that's pretty stinking cool right there. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you had to love Robocop, right? Especially the first movie. Alright, so yeah. The second movie and the third movie got crapped on a lot, but I mean, I found joy in all three of those, to be honest with you. I didn't really mind them. Now, as an adult, obviously, they're not as good as what I remember, but when I was younger, I really liked them. So yeah, we've got Robocop, the NECA 8-bit action figure. Alright, so next up, we will go with Rambo. In my opinion, kind of an underrated NES game. I mean, not great by any means, but it's not as bad as some people say it is. Alright, so we open this up. He is awesome. He's got a lot of accessories. Very detailed, too. So yeah, he's pretty neat. Definitely one of the ones so far that has the most accessories in the box with him. But yeah, so we've got John Rambo there. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Alright, so next up, along with 80s action movies, we have Schwarzenegger and Predator. One of my favorite 80s movies of all time. I just love Predator. Back of the box. And once you open it up, you've got your Predator in there. Bet you thought there was a chance Schwarzenegger would be in there, huh? But yeah, super cool stuff. You are one ugly beast, Schaefer says. So yeah, I really like the paint scheme on Predator too. He's that like dark blue or whatnot. Pretty cool. Definitely a neat one, and happy to have it in my collection. So earlier we showed Friday the 13th, so we might as well show A Nightmare on Elm Street as well. Probably my favorite LJN NES game, to be honest with you. I really, really like this game. Yep, so side of the box. And the back. Says he's got a removable hat, razor glove, and a hideous face. I love how they make sure that you know there's a hideous face. So this one's really, really neat. I love this one. But, you know, I'm a really big horror fan in general, especially from the 80s. So this is right up my alley. But yeah, really, really cool Freddy Krueger figure there from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Alright, so next up, iconic NES game, we've got Contra. Which comes with both guys. So here's the side. Back of the box. And once you open this up, you've got your two guys in there. And it looks like, you know, they've got their guns and stuff like that. So, pretty neat stuff. I think they come with, the spread shot, if I remember correctly. So you can actually, like, set these up to look like they're shooting the spread shot. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. And I mean, who doesn't love Contra, right? I mean, you're talking about such a fun side-scrolling action game. Alright, so we're getting down close to the end here. So next, let's go ahead and show... What's interesting about this one is it's not NES. This is actually like a Sega Master System recreation. So we have Rocky. And you know, this looks like that iconic box art from the Sega Master System. So your side there. And they even made the NECA symbol look kind of like the Sega logo on the box. Another great movie from the 80s. Absolutely love Rocky. Alright, so once we open him up, this is what you get on the inside. The man is draped in the American flag. You can't get too much more patriotic than that, right? So yeah, that is definitely a cool one. I really, really like that one. For some reason, the Sylvester Stallone ones look like they are definitely detailed really well. I mean, they're all detailed, but I mean, you could definitely take this out of the box and people would know that it's Sly right away. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. I love this Rocky action figure. Alright, so next up I'm going to show you the one that kind of got me into these to begin with. I ran across this one. I don't even remember where exactly, but I love this NES game, and when I saw this figure, I had to have it. And then when I discovered there were more out there, I went and a little bit crazy and started buying every one I could find. But we have Batman. This is definitely one of my favorite ones out of the whole entire 11 that I've got. See the side of the box there. And the back. So I love the paint job on this guy. I mean, tell me if that is not like almost a perfect recreation of Batman on the NES. So cool. And you've got the iconic scene with Batman and the Joker right there. So yeah, that is definitely one of the, in my opinion, one of the coolest ones that I have. So yeah, and that's the one that started this collection with me. So now, last up, we have another one of my favorites. We have Godzilla. The Great Movie Monster action figure. You know, it's Godzilla. There's not much to say about Godzilla, but I absolutely love Godzilla. And, you know, any of you guys know the strategy game for the NES. Kind of looks like that on the inside with your Godzilla figure in there. This is definitely one of the bigger and heavier ones out of this set. Also, I don't know if it's still the case, but this one was like one of the hardest ones that... It basically took me a while to find this one. Now, I by all means don't have all of the ones that they released in this set, but this is definitely one of the harder ones that I own. That, you know, I had trouble finding this one, basically. But yeah, Godzilla, freaking amazing. I love these 8-bit paint jobs on these action figures. I just can't get enough. I just love coming in here and looking at these from time to time, just taking them down and you know, just looking at them. I mean... Obviously, I'm not going to play with action figures. I'm a little bit too old for that. But I do love collecting them. And these are just a couple of the action figures that I have in my game room. Now, I do have other action figures that aren't video game related. I collect a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. I've got quite a few Funko Pops and things like that. But I definitely wanted to just take some time in this video to show you guys some of my favorite video game related action figures, because I think that you guys might enjoy those. And if you haven't or don't know anything about these 8-bit NECA action figures, I wanted to point those out to you in case maybe you want to collect them. I don't know. But guys, I think that's probably going to about do it for this video. But first I want to say thank you so very much for watching this episode of GBA. If you haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me out tremendously. If you guys know anybody who might like this kind of content, please share the video around. I'm always looking to grow the channel a little bit, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching. But for now, guys, I think I'm going to go open up some boxes. I might play some video games, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.